In this video, I'm going to explain briefly how I made the house kind of like a little bit of a Western house so that my wife will be more comfortable. In the typical Tangkhul Naga village house, we will use a wooden plank on the sides, the wooden house, and on the roof we'll have a metal or tin roof. Making the house in the village was kind of very challenging. We lived in Thailand for 8 years, my wife and I. In October of 2022, I moved back to my village so that I could start with a house project. Meanwhile, Susan was in Bangkok. Our village is about 5,500 feet above the sea level, so we live on top of the mountain. So we have a problem with the water. So the first thing that I did when I went to the village was constructing an underground water tank that will hold about 22,000 liters. Constructing the water tank took about 3 to 4 weeks because all the materials were not easily available. But once the water project is done, I poured water using a water tanker that carries about 13,000 liters. In that way I can store the water. And once I built the water tank, the next thing that I did was repair the village road, because from where the truck can come, the highway, we call it the highway, but it's not so good. But from the highway, our village, the house settlement is about 2 kilometers up, and that road is not paved. I repaired the road so that I could bring in materials for the house constructions, for cement, for rocks, for wood, bricks, gravel, and so on, right? So I could bring in stuff. So third, I brought construction workers and then I gave them the square feet. So our house is 32 by 30. So they started working on that project. Meanwhile, as they work, I also started working on the wood. I brought a huge log. I forgot the diameter. I took that into the sawmill. In the sawmill, they do everything manually. So I cut them, and this wood will be used for the door, for the furnitures, table, chair. Meanwhile, I started I brought all these things in there. At the same time, I went to the quarry, to the jungle, to go and collect rocks, because we need to put at the base of the foundations of the house, and also to make the retaining wall, and also when we make the drainage system, that's what I use the rock. So I coordinate like about 10-15 boys, different schedule, and a lot of friends and villagers came to help, so thank you. Meanwhile, we keep supplying the rocks. So at this point, I'm working in three departments. One, I'm working with at the sawmill for the wood. At the same time, I'm working with the rock collecting, and at home, the building, the construction. So it's happening at the same time. Things does not go always as planned. So rain came, and as I mentioned earlier, the road is not good. So you can also see how we got stuck, the truck, right? The truck on the road. And so we have to unload everything and then pull out the truck using another truck, and then we have to unload it again. So it's a lot of hassle. So as the time goes by, so there are carpenters involved. My brother-in-law is a very good carpenter, so he built our door, beautiful door, and also the chairs, the tables. So it took about 10 months to finish all the house project. And our initial plan was we'll have on the second floor we'll have master bedroom, then one office for me, one office for Susan, and a guest room. But we ran out of budget, we ran out of money, so we stopped there. And so right now what we have is the living room and the kitchen, and then the bathroom, master bedroom, storeroom. That's all. So we are very happy. The space is kind of big. So in December 2023, we started our first fire as a significance of passing on the lights, right? So my mom and dad, they brought the fire, the charcoal fire that's already burning, and then they brought into our fireplace, and that's how we started doing the fire.